Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my October TBR. I play a game called Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos every month, which is a combination of Jessie Mae's Roll the Dice TBRs that she did a long time ago, as well as Sam from A Life of Lit. She hasn't posted in a long time, but she used to do a calendar with, easy prompts, hard prompts, things like that. And I love the idea of the added chaos, but limiting it to a roll the dice format versus a calendar. So that's how I came up with my game. This is the 12th time, because I think November is like the 1 year anniversary of this game, which is crazy. And I have not completed my TBR a single time. But before we hop into how I did in the month of September, if you're new here, hello, my name is Emily. This is MacInnis Mama, where you'll find mostly bookish content. And if that sounds like something that you are interested in, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I am filming this video a little bit early. I still have quite a few days left in the month of September where I hope to finish off some more books. But October is going to be absolutely insane and I'm so excited for it. But I need to recap my September reading. I have too big of a stack here. Okay, for roll number 1, I was supposed to read Firefly Lane, and I'm about 100 pages into this book. I'm really liking it so far, and I do really hope to finish this in September, if not very early October. So I'm going to be rolling this over. I wanted to read Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This is a reread for me, and I'm going to be buddy reading this with my friend Rebecca, and we haven't been able to start it yet, so I don't know if I'll read this in October. It depends on when Rebecca is ready to read it. I got A Painted House by John Grisham. I did not read this. I had Queen of Rot and Pain on my Kindle, and I actually DNF'd that at 39%, so I'm going to call that like a check mark for my TBR game, but I DNF'd that series. I still didn't read Warbreaker. I had To Bleed a Crystal Bloom, which I did not get to, and then I had a challenge prompt, which was an Instagram recommendation from an author with the same initials as me, and I didn't know whether to put Kingdom of Ash on by Sarah J. Maas, because M for Maas, M for MacInnis, or Hooked by Emily McIntyre, which would have, my name is also Emily, but EM as the initials. And you guys said that this fits the prompt better, and so I should go with this. I did read Kingdom of Ash as well, and I'm more than halfway through Hooked, and this will definitely be finished by the end of the month. So I completed this challenge. But as you can see, I did not actually complete my entire September TBR, so I will be pulling a challenge at the beginning of Roll the Dice for October. Before hopping into Roll the Dice, I just wanted to let you know there are going to be 3 parts to my October reading. We have Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos. We have Spookoplathon, which I last minute decided to participate in. That is a month-long readathon hosted by Becca and the Books. My goal is to do 5 rolls, and if I get doubles, I will add to that. But roll as you go, there will be a reading vlog for that, as well as the Monster Mash, which is October 1st to October 10th, hosted by Hannah Blackwell, and that is all monster themes. That I'm doing a certain way as well, which will be in a reading vlog, so I hope you guys enjoy that. I am choosing the hard mode board, which I will put over to the side. And there's going to be a lot of novellas, if possible, lots of monster related reads. I almost said content, that too. And for Spookoplathon, the prompts are pretty vague in a lot of them, but I'm going to try my best to choose spooky reads as much as I can for those rolls, and I am doing roll number 1 with you guys as well. But let me stop rambling and let's hop into playing Roll the Dice with the Dash of Chaos, and I'll meet you right back here with my picks. All right, I'm ready to set up my Roll the Dice board for October. I'm filming this quite early because I'm just way too excited for spooky season reading. So first I'm going to pull out 2 books from my TBR jar. Yes, we're heading into October and this is still full. which is not a good sign. So we have that one. And this yellow one, I'm knocking a bunch out. Night Road and Foundry Side. So I will get those on the board. And as I am filming this early, but I really don't have high hopes that I will finish my September TBR. So I will be pulling a challenge prompt, or Emmett will be. I need to randomize my Goodreads TBR and read that book. This could be really bad. All right, here is what I have set on the board to start with. And let's do roll number 1. We have 9, which is ACOTAR, which is perfect. That continues my SJM reread with Sam. Roll number 2. 7, which is Foundry Side that we pulled out of my TBR jar. Roll number 3. 8, Titan. That will go well with the Monster Mash readathon. Roll number 4. We have 11, which is an easy prompt from my jack-o'-lantern bucket. Just one piece. Thank you. From my 23 in 2023 list. Roll number 5. Ooh, Akamath. This is perfect. 6th and final roll. 5, Night Road. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed playing Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos with me. We kicked off the game with a challenge because I did not complete my September TBR, and that was a roulette Goodreads thing. I have like kind of a choppy bit over here because I didn't realize, or maybe I did know that and I forgot that the numbers aren't on my phone for Goodreads, just on my computer. So I got the number 670, I believe, and then I wasn't going to count to 670. I hopped over to my computer and found that number, and it was actually The Confidence of Wildflowers, which is on Kindle Unlimited, I believe. If it is not, I will have to just redo this because I'm not going to buy that book. I am hesitant. I did not remove this book from my Goodreads TBR. I didn't think of it, but I believe that this has something contained in it that is going to be a major trigger for me, and I am allowing myself to DNF this if I'm finding it too hard of a read. So I'm just gonna let you guys know that right now. This is a hard-hitting, like, romance type book. Hi, Bubba. Then we have roll number 1, which I got ACOTAR, which I'm super happy about. Sam and I are continuing reading through SJM's book in anticipation of House of Flame and Shadow releasing in January, and so far we are on schedule to read through everything. So after the Monster Mash readathon, so starting October 10th, October 11th, we will be doing our typical 5 chapters per day of ACOTAR. Roll number 2, I got Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett. This is the start of a new adult fantasy series. I was actually gifted this copy by Stephanie's Book First, so thank you, Stephanie, once again. She gave this to me for my birthday the other year, and I'm really intrigued by this one. The magic system is similar to coding and altering an inanimate objects purpose somehow. I'm a little confused by that synopsis, but I'm excited to go into this, and this cover just, I don't know, screams October to me, even though it is not spooky. Roll number 3 was Titan, which is a gargoyle daddy dom romance. This will be for the Monster Mash readathon, of course. I'm not sure how many pages it is, but I'm pretty sure it's a full-length novel, but I've heard really great things about this. I have no idea how I'm going to feel about all of these monsters I'm going to be reading about this month. It's kind of going to be a fun experiment for me. In the reading vlog, I might be just so embarrassed and uncomfortable, and it will still be entertaining for you, I hope. But yeah, Titan is now officially on my October TBR. There's a ton of monsters for the Monster Mash readathon, including the ones we typically see, such as vampires or shifters. But there's also some weird ones like gargoyles and Pumpkinhead. So we'll see what I get into for this month of reading, but Titan will be read. For roll number 4, I got a prompt that was from my 23 and 2023 list. I'm so behind on that list. You guys know I pull 2 prompts out of my TBR jar every month, but I haven't been good at reading through them. So I chose Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I thought this thriller would be good to read in October, and I actually was able to check out the audiobook from my library, which will help me get this read. I keep putting this off because I'm 90% sure I've been spoiled for it when the movie came out, but I still have it on my TBR because I would like to read it for myself and then maybe watch the movie this month as well. It's about 400 pages, which is quite long. So again, I'm glad I was able to get the audiobook for this, so this will be read for sure as well. Roll number 5, I'm so lucky that I got Akamath on here as well. Based on Sam and I's schedule, we should be able to read both ACOTAR and Akamath in the month of October in order to remain on schedule. And then we will have to read we're going to be cutting it close, Sam. Now that I'm thinking through, like, we don't have that many more months left until January 30th when House of Flame and Shadow releases, but we need to get a move on. We will be reading both of these in October. And then roll number 6. So I've been considering dropping this down to 5 rolls since I've literally never completed one of these a single time, but to complete the 12 TBRs of this style, well, I've skipped a few months, but you know what I mean. I just stuck with the 6, and it was Night Road by Kristen Hanna, which is one of the books I pulled out of my TBR jar as well. This is on my These Books Will Self-Destruct list, so I would love to read it. And Kristen Hanna is an author that's been really intimidating to me, but I feel like I'm getting over that because I'm only 100 pages into Firefly Lane this month, that I'm reading this month, September. Oh my gosh. I feel like I've gotten over that hump because I'm loving that book so much that I'm feeling brave enough to go into Night Road. It is dusty. My TBR cart got so dusty. I'm not sure how that happened, but I do need to dust the books on there. And this is about a mother. Profound questions about motherhood, identity, love, and forgiveness. I think this is going to be hard-hitting as well. I'm pretty sure all of Kristen Hanna's books are hard-hitting. I've already cried 2 or 3 times reading this, so I'm just going to be traumatized in all the ways in October. We have monsters, which some stuff is going to be a little freaky and traumatizing, I'm sure. We've got some thrillers and some hard-hitting fiction, but I'm really looking forward to it. So those are the 7 books on my Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos TBR because of our challenge prompt. And then for Spookoplathon, so I wanted to do roll number 1 with you guys, but like I said, I'm going to be doing a vlog, and I will be doing roll as I go, and my goal is to fit 5 rolls on there. But if you follow the rules of Becca's Spookoplathon, if you roll doubles, you need to add in a roll, so I will be doing that as well. So I'll pop in my first roll since I was already filming. While we are here filming for my TBR, I'm also going to do my first roll for Becca's Spookoplathon. I have a little witch character here. I'm just going to be using Canva to do this because I don't have colored ink for my printer right now. So apologies if it's so small, but I am on go. and I'm going to roll. I'm going to do roll as you go for Spookoplathon, and my aim is 5 rolls and more if I get doubles, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to roll, read the book, roll again. You know what I mean? For the month of October. So we got a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a book with orange on the cover, I believe. I just read the rules and it's a book with a mostly orange cover. So on my work phone, I opened up Canva, uploaded in the Spookopoly board, and then I got a little witch character. So I'm going to roll the dice and move her along on the screen of my work phone. This is just gonna have to do for now. If I find it annoying through the month, I will eventually maybe print it. But for roll number 1, I landed on the space orange, which means I need to choose a book that is mostly orange on the cover, or you could read like the manga called Orange. And I'm trying to keep this spooky. So I do have other orange books on my shelves that maybe they're more contemporary or just fantasy, but I really wanted to stick with spooky books for October because I'm really terrible at reading seasonal reads when it is the season. So I'm actually going to read Burn for Jack for this one. It is less than 100 pages. It is a horror, a romantic horror, I think, involving, my collarbone always cracks and you guys laugh at me. I don't know why it does that, but it's under 100 pages, and I believe it's a pumpkin head guy. I don't know. So this is roll number 1 for Spookopoly. I will be doing my Monster Mash readathon at the beginning of the month, like I mentioned, until the 10th, and this is going to also check off a mark on the board, on the pumpkin head thing. So it's going to get a little confusing because I'm going to be reading it for Spookopoly, but it's also going to check off on my bingo board for Monster Mash. I'm going to try my best to keep things straight in the vlogs because I actually have 4 reading vlogs that I will be like reading books for and like piecing together, hopefully over the month and probably into November as well for some of them, but it's going to be a little bit complicated. But I'm so excited for my reading and a little bit nervous, but I'm hoping that with all the novellas for the Monster Mash especially, I will be able to read a high quantity of books, even though the quality might not be there, but who knows? I might find some monster romances that I really love. There definitely have been some. The Witch's Wolves is one that's at like the top of my brain for monster romance, like erotic novella, whatever. So take that for what you will. I'm gonna stop chatting your ear off. These are the books I'm reading off of my physical TBR for the month of October, or at least the ones so far. Probably more as I roll through Spookopoly. I also have The Confidence of Wildflowers, Titan, and Burn for Jack on my Kindle. So those are 8 books I'm starting off the month with, but I'm hoping to read a ton in October and I'm really excited for it. You'll have to let me know if you are participating in any readathons in the month of October, or if you would like to join me in reading monster romances for the first week and a half of the month. I'm surprisingly excited for it. I think it's just out of my comfort zone and I'm hoping it will be a lot of fun. If you enjoyed this month's TBR video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up so that I know, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!